Hello and welcome to Birb's Nest, a podcast where we grab a drink, sit down, and talk just about anything. I'm your host, Noah or Hexagon Q, and today I'll be hosting this podcast alone. Wow, big surprise, ain't it? Because usually I would have a guest like talking to me. We'll be having a conversation, talking about things that we have mutual interest in or we like, and then we'll ask each other questions. But today is not the case. Today I'll be doing this whole podcast solo for this episode. Basically there are like 2 or 3 reasons why I wanted to do this. So the first reason would definitely be I wanted to do a solo podcast from time to time. Of course, having guests is really fun. We get to talk about and discuss like topics that I usually never go in depth into, and I get to learn new stuff and have a very meaningful, wonderful conversation with my guests, and it's definitely great, the experience. But sometimes I kind of want to do this alone, but it's just from time to time. It's not like every time I wanted to do this alone. So that's kind of like it. And of course, secondly, I don't have any scheduled guests for the time being. There was no guest that came that like asked me if they could join the Birb's Nest, or there is like nobody that I asked to be a guest on it. But like I said in my previous podcast episode, anyone is welcome. Like anyone, honestly, because I'm willing to sit down and have a conversation with everyone today. But like just for today, I just wanted to have a solo conversation like with the listeners and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of pretty much why I wanted to do this. I don't think there's a third reason at all. Like I said earlier, 2 to 3 reasons. I guess there's just 2 reasons only, and yeah. So this podcast wouldn't be too long like the other few episodes, because usually there would always be like guests, and then I will be like asking questions and they'll be asking me questions. But there isn't any questions today. It's just me yapping and going to ramble about the stuff that I'm gonna ramble today on. So it's like there's no questions asked anywhere, so it's probably gonna be a bit shorter than usual. But we make do with it. I make do with it basically. And yeah, fun fact, I actually recorded a draft like the night before, because I wanted to try what's it like being like recording an episode at night. But yeah, we're never gonna see that ever, like, because I recorded like originally this episode, it was supposed to be a late night recording that I did, but because I feel that it's not satisfactory enough, and then I just decided to like dump it out and just never see the day of light again. So you're never gonna hear the file ever. You're never gonna hear what I spoke in there, and the amount of mistakes I had in that recording was a lot. So I shouldn't be, I wouldn't be like ever releasing that. So that would be like considered a lost recording and stuff. But I'll probably keep it for like inventory sake. But other than that, I probably would not be releasing that at all. So this will be the new recording for the episode. Like this is the final one. This is gonna be the final edition of this episode. I don't think I'm gonna record again. Like I'm not gonna record this solo episode. I mean, what am I talking about? Okay, never mind. The easiest way to say it is that the recording that I'm doing now will be for this episode. Yeah, there will be no other versions of it. Okay, whatever. No, okay. I'm confusing everyone here, and I'm confusing myself too. So let's just say this is the episode. Okay. So, okay. Without further ado, let's move on to the topics that I want to talk about today. So, the first thing that I would like to talk about is how's my life recently. Yeah, I don't think there's much change anyways, to be honest, so this is going to be quite fast. I'm still studying in university. That has not changed yet. No, I'm still struggling with homework and stuff. What's there to be surprised about, right? I think every university student goes through this kind of thing, so it's pretty normal. And new VA interest, yeah, okay. So I kind of have more interest in seiyus now. I have more interest in seiyus now. Oh my god, the chair. No, but like I like more seiyus now compared to last time. I think I get more seiyuu merch these days. Like not recently, but I think like 3-4 months ago. I didn't mention it anywhere else, but I did get a Hinapiyo acrylic from I think it's the Hinapiyo Rincharo, the live streaming channel. They sell merch at that one point of time, and then there was a Hinapiyo acrylic, and I grabbed that, and that was the only thing I got from that. Yeah, don't ask me why I didn't get Rincharo, man. Alright. Other than that, any more seiyuu stuff that I got? I don't think so, because the seiyus that I want to get merch off is kind of hard to find, honestly. It's not the easiest. And next up is the new seiyuu that I like, which is Kanon Takao. If you didn't know who Kanon Takao is, she is from she voices Sakiko Togawa from Bang Dream Ave Mujica. She's the keyboardist of Ave Mujica, basically. And wow. Oh god. And anyways, yeah, she's the new voice actress for that. So like I wanted to well, what am I rambling about? Anyways, I'm sorry I got sidetracked a bit. I was adjusting the volume on my laptop. It got loud out of a sudden. But anyways, Kanon is a very good voice actress, a very good seiyuu. She has very good performance in the Ave Mujica anime, which I think, hands down was like one of her best performances ever. And the reason I kind of like her as a seiyuu is because I think she did a very not just because she did a very well performance in Ave Mujica, but I think she has a very nice voice. And I've never really heard her sing, but she has this character song from the 100 Girlfriends That Really Love You. Her character in that anime was Mimi, I think, and her character sang this song, and it's in the character album. It's called Secret Love, and I think that is a wonderful song, honestly. It sounds exactly like Kanon Takao. I mean, she voices the character, so but still, I think it's a wonderful song. And I think not only does she has a good voice for this anime, I think she also has a good voice for singing, and she's really cute. So she's at the top of my seiyus list with Sumipei, Hinapiyo, and Mitsune. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about the VA stuff that that's more or less about the VA stuff. And then the rest of it is just I think the biggest change probably is that I've written significantly lesser than I used to, of course, because school is really busy and I always have to study for tests and exams and stuff, so it's very hard for me to write. And even if I'm not swamped with school, I am very lazy and unmotivated to write. Well, this is usually a writer's problem here, because it's always like that. You see, writer has a few problems. Number one is lazy, because to describe to write, you have to make sure the reader understands what you're writing. So let me give you a breakdown. Let's say this scene. Okay, I'm gonna bring to you a scene, just a random one that comes up on my mind. So a man that saw his girlfriend cheating on him is angry, right? And he storms across the road to run away from her. Now, of course, you can imagine this situation, and I probably could, right? It's in my mind. I could probably like imagine it out and visualize it and think about it. But putting it in words is a different story, because you have to really describe every part of it. You have to describe the way he walks, the way he's like the things he's thinking, how angry is he, and then the environment and the surroundings. You probably have to describe that too, because it's not only like you understand the context, but the readers don't. So you have to explain it one by one to them, and it's a very long sentence. Sometimes like one scene can take a very long sentence. So that's just like the small part of it. It's just like I have to write a lot of words, and I kind of got lazy over time. Of course, I do want to perfect my craft, which is why I'm always taking very long to do this, because it's not like nice to write like so simple stuff and unclear stuff that the readers don't understand, because I want readers to kind of read my story and at least be able to read my story, and if they could enjoy it, but at least they're able to understand what I'm trying to portray in my work. And so writing all this takes quite some time. So usually I've gotten lazy over time. That's pretty much it. And the second one is unmotivated. I'm pretty much unmotivated now, because like if I'm not doing my writing, I'm doing everything else. I'm like playing, reading a book, seeing like movies or TV shows, arranging my cupboards here and there. Like I do everything except writing, because writing is such a tedious process of needing to type the words out and stuff. So I don't usually do a lot of writing anymore compared to like last time, where I really write a lot. But that's not to say that I will stop writing altogether, because I definitely will not do that. Writing is one of my hobbies, and it's like one of my favorite hobbies. I would definitely love to write, and I definitely love to write. And it's always been like since young that I have this passion to write. Like every time I look back at my old works, like Soldier Game or What Future Lies Ahead or Seikano Showdown, when I look back at it and I read it back, and I go wow, because I'm actually like proud of the work. And that's what every writer would be like. You're proud of the works that you do before, not all of them, like not the very first few works you do that has no improvement, that kind of thing, but it's more of the you look back at your own work and you're like, wow, damn, I could actually write this. It's crazy. That's how I feel anyways. Like I feel always satisfied of my work, but of course it never stop. I will never stop like learning and improving, because learning never stops at any age. So it's like I learn new things every day. I learn how to write better every day. It's not like I'm at a point where I don't need to improve anymore, because I'm definitely far from being a very professional writer, or at least a very good one at it. So it's like I'm always constantly learning and stuff, and that's what it is, right? And of course I didn't want to force myself to write either, because I have no motivation, right? And I feel this is my rule for writing, is that if I don't feel motivation or I don't have the drive to write, then I would not write at all, because that would come out as a forced thing, and the result might not necessarily be good at all. It sounds very forced writing and stuff. So I would never want to force myself to write and stuff. I would rather wait for the time where I am more energetic and ready to write and have the motivation to write. Then once I start writing, it'll be like a really good thing, or at least something that I'm proud of. So yeah, that is that's my stance on writing and stuff. But as my ongoing series now, I think Soldier Game Renegade, which is the sequel to Soldier Game. I know I haven't updated that in quite some time at all, as well as the Dream Designers remake that I'm doing. But it's just, like I said, I really don't have the motivation to write. So hopefully I'm able to pick that motivation back up and start writing, because I only want to put out the best of the best. I don't want to put out a half-assed slog workout out there. I also want to feel proud of my work, besides allowing like other people to read and enjoy it, that kind of things. So yeah, but hopefully I'll be able to post out something at the very least. Yeah, that's what I hope. But we'll see how the future goes, and if I post more, I post more, and if I post less, I post less. Then the next part of my writing is the reviews writing, which is my reviews. I have recently posted a review of the Hatsune Miku movie, the Colorful Stage movie basically, and that's the only review I did so far this year, but at least I did write something, so I think actually that's pretty good. I wanted to do a few more reviews. Like at one point I was planning to do the Bang Dream review, basically the Bang Dream anime review, so season 1, season 2, season 3, then all of the movies, and then My Go, and then Ave Mujica. But yeah, that's gonna take a really long time, so I don't know how long I'm gonna really write that down. But I hope I have enough time to write it out, because I'm a bit lazy to write and stuff too. But we'll see how it goes, as usual. I always like to say we'll see how it goes, because I really don't know what the future will hold, honestly. And if I can write, I would definitely write. But for now, we'll take a break. I mean, it's been a long break since I ever started writing. It's been a long time, but I mean, I would only write when I want to write. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm actually kind of surprised that the recent 2 reviews that I did, which was the Hatsune Miku movie and the Quintessential Quintuplets franchise as a whole, those 2 actually are doing quite well. I mean, am I surprised? I kind of am, to be honest, because usually my works are not really well recognized at all, so especially like on Medium. So it's really surprising to see that my views are rising for these few things. And then there's a few others that are also coming up, like the Let's Get Rich review, and then the Mortal Kombat mobile review also. And recently last year I did mobile games review, which is the one that I reviewed all the ad games, part 1. Specifically, part 1 is quite famous, honestly, but I think everybody knows those 2 apps. It's like Hero Wars and Last Survivor. Is it Last Survivor? Oh, Last War. Okay, my bad. Last War. I'm sure y'all have heard of these games before. It's the annoying ads, and I was reviewing these ad games. I think that's why a lot of people clicked on it, because it's like a really, like, you recognize this game, not because it's good, but because it's shitty and its ads are a scam. But I see it's like most like my reviews are getting views lately, and I'm really happy to see that, because I've been doing reviews for quite some time already. It's been like 2017, so it's 8 years since I did reviews. And 8 years, it's been a long time. I haven't got any views until like recently, when my Animal Kaiser review blew up, and when like I started posting more reviews, like more recent reviews these days, and it just started blowing up more, which I'm really, really happy to see. And I hope to continue doing reviews. I've definitely not like doing the reviews just because I'm getting views, but they are the motivator for me to do more reviews, definitely, for sure. It's because it means that my stuff is getting recognized. I mean, sure, it's like 100 views plus, but usually my stuff only gets like less than 50 even. So now more of them are getting over 100. It's pretty like, it's a moralizing thing. No, it's a motivating thing for me. And of course, the base part is that I really like writing reviews too, because especially writing like horrible reviews, like reviews of horrible games, movies and stuff, because I love to really go all out on insulting this bad stuff, you know. Yeah. And then for all the good stuff, it's a bit harder for me, because usually when I praise like movies without writing reviews, like on a normal basis, I just go, wow, it's good, yeah, it's fantastic, wow, it's amazing, that kind of thing. So writing a good review is harder than writing a review that shits on the media that I'm talking about. But you know, it is what it is. And I hope to write more reviews, and I hope to write more fanfic or fiction in general. If I have the time, I hope I could do read it. And yeah, you know, that's all about writing, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much about my writing and all. I think that's more or less my life on how it's going recently. Yeah, so with that, let's move on to the next topic, which is my opinions on the recent music. So 2025, we are halfway through. Actually not really, but we are like about to be June, so technically we are about halfway, kind of, right? But during from like January to right now, we have actually quite a lot of music that's released. So you know, I'm only going to go through some of them, not everything, but the ones that caught my attention at the very least. So you know, yeah, definitely not KSI, but most like new songs that new albums that have really caught my attention this year, and I'll be going through them. I think it's just a few, not really a lot, but yeah, let's get started. The first one we have is The Weeknd's Hurry Up Tomorrow. So of course you know Hurry Up Tomorrow, The Weeknd's last album, because this will be his last album under the moniker The Weeknd. I don't know whether Abel is gonna do it like release his music with his real name, or never release music ever again. I hope it's not the latter. I just hope it's the former. But you know, you never know. But anyway, Hurry Up Tomorrow is like one of the best albums I've heard this year, definitely, because I mean, we've been waiting long for a Weeknd album, quite long, since Dawn FM, and really I was anticipating it this time. But the singles released for the album were, you know, quite okay, I guess. I remember Dancing in the Flames. That was not in the album at all. Like, it was supposed to be in the album, but it didn't make the album afterwards. And then after that, we have Timeless and we have Sao Paulo. And honestly, I didn't enjoy those two songs at first, but it slowly grew on me, you know. It kind of slowly grew on me, especially when I have a lot of people around me playing Timeless, and then you know the chorus part, they go like timeless, timeless, timeless. And it became like really, really catchy. So I decided to listen to the music again, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what, it actually slaps kind of a lot. So yeah, I think my favorite songs from Hurry Up Tomorrow are no specific order. I'm just going through the track listing. So it's like Wake Me Up, Cry For Me, Sao Paulo, Baptized in Fear, Open Hearts, Reflections, Laughing, Opening Night, I think I Can't Wait to Get There, Enjoy the Show. I mean, Enjoy the Show is not really a favorite of mine, but I think it's not too bad, but it's not a favorite of mine, so I'm just gonna cancel that out. Timeless, Niagara Falls, and Take Me Back to LA. What's the next one? Drive, Give Me Mercy, The Abyss, and of course the title track itself. I think this is an all-rounded pretty good album to come out from The Weeknd, and especially because I wasn't expecting a really good Weeknd album, because this Weeknd album, when it first came out, I heard all the songs and I was like, wow, this whole album as a whole, it's a banger. So I really enjoyed it. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 for this album. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a really good album. It's just that I don't give it a 10 out of 10 because there's one song that I don't like in this, and it's Big Sleep. That shit made me sleep. Lame joke, I know, but that song is not really that great, so that's why it's not a 10 out of 10. But other than that, I think the album's pretty good. But I know a lot of people talked about the movie with Jenna Ortega and Barry, and yeah, a lot of people, like most of the reviews were 0 out of 5 stars. They say this is shit. The movie is shit. And of course, I haven't watched the movie yet. I don't think it's out in wherever I live, so I probably couldn't watch it. I probably have to wait for like someone to rip it, or maybe when it comes out on streaming platforms and stuff. But other than that, I can watch it, and I just have to depend on other people to tell me whether it's good or not. And a lot of people are saying that it's a horrible movie, shouldn't be watching it at all. Abel Tesfayer's acting is 100% ass. I mean, have they not watched The Idol? I mean, you thought Idol was bad, because I thought his acting in Idol was pretty bad, honestly. Like he should just stick to music, because I think music is his forte, but his acting is just. I've seen a few clips of the new movie, the Hurry Up Tomorrow, and there was this one scene where he was like he was yapping all the way. He was like, it was that scene where he was like scolding Jenna's character, and then that was that was a funny thing to see. That was supposed to be a serious thing, but I don't know. The acting performance was just wow, like wow. But yeah, between the music and the movie, I prefer the music, right? And of course, the music is so much better. So, like, why would you watch the movie, right? But if I could watch the movie, I would, because I want to see how bad it is, so I can give a review on it. But it is what it is. Alright, next up, we have this rapper. I think he's very famous. Honestly, he grown famous in the past few years, like the recent years. This guy is also featured on the Weeknd's like Hurry Up Tomorrow, which is the track Timeless. So this is Playboi Carti and his new album Music, an album that has been anticipated by fans for a very, very, very long time. A lot of people were like, oh, when's music coming out? When's I Am Music coming out? That kind of stuff. And everybody was like going ape shit when the album released. When the album dropped, everybody was going like wow over it. And I decided to hear the album too, because I really want to hear what the album's like. And I think the album's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's my style, but I think it's pretty okay. I'm not really a big fan of like Playboi Carti, so like I don't really like listen to his music all the time and stuff. But I think this album's kind of okay. Not too bad. I have some favorite songs on here: Feely, Rather Like, Backdoor, Toxic, Good Credit, the 2 songs with Lil Uzi Vert, and Like Wheezy. That's more or less the songs that I like from his album. But I think his album is not really that like fantastic, to me at least, because I'm not really a Playboi Carti fan, and I prefer to listen to some other like pop, because I also listen to rap, but I listen to pop more these days, especially J-pop. So it's like I don't really listen to a lot of rap like I used to anymore. But yeah, I think people who are hearing this podcast be like, who the hell is Playboi Carti, bro? I only listen to J-pop or pop songs. Who the hell is this rapper? Like, yeah, I mean, most probably y'all don't really know, so it's not really relevant anymore. But I would rate his Playboi Carti's music album a 6.5 out of 10. honestly, I think it's fine, but it's not my cup of coffee. But yeah, if anyone else like it, if the fans like it, then well, yeah, they're free to like it. They if they love it, they love it, and it's pretty good, right, for them. All right, the next album. This one is the one that I was really interested in and really love. Because I have a bias, okay? It's Poppin'Party's Poppigenic. This is their third album that was released like the end of February this year. And damn, this album's like a 11, 12 out of 10, man. There is no way, like, this album is so good. It's so good. Like, from the first track to the last, it is fantastic. It is so good. And somehow this album really also flows quite well, because they had like at first they had their new song Tomorrow's Door at the front, and then at the back is the song where it feels like it should end on that song for the album. And you know, that song made me feel like, wow, that's actually really good ending for the album. Like they actually thought about the arranging of tracks in the album, which is pretty good, honestly. That made me love it more, to be honest. But also Tomorrow's Door, their new original song, man, that song's a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, maybe 20 out of 10. I don't care what it is. It's the best song I've heard it this year, at least, and it's one of my favorite songs. You know, it really is. Oh my god, I kicked the dustbin that I had in my table there. But let me push it out. Alright, but Tomorrow's Door is a really good song, and I love it. The instrumental, the vocals, the harmonies, everything about the song is just chef's kiss. It is a really good song, and I suggest you listen to it. I suggest you listen to the whole album also, because Poppigenic is such a good album. I'm a Poppy-Pa fan, so I'm probably a bit biased, but for Poppy-Pa fans, this album is a must listen. You cannot skip this album. This album is so good. Fun fact, I pre-ordered this album, the Blu-ray version, on the Animate store, and I got the Arisa stuff, which is yay. That's why I ordered from Animate, because I was able to get the Arisa stuff from there. So, you know, definitely worth it. Even though it's a bit costly, it's worth it. And yeah, Poppigenic, fantastic album. Next up we have KizunaAI. Yeah, she was the very first VTuber I got to know throughout in my life. I mean, yeah, I really didn't consider her as a VTuber at that time. I considered her just as a YouTuber, because, you know, I thought, yeah, I mean, she's a VTuber, to be honest, so I don't know why I thought her as a YouTuber instead of the VTuber. But I mean, you know, I know the previous episode I said the first VTuber I came across were HoloLive. No, KizunaAI was the very first VTuber that I've witnessed and seen, and I really like KizunaAI a lot. She is not only like quirky and comedic, she also is like very, you know, she's very entertaining, and she has a very good singing voice. She makes really banger songs, honestly. So before her hiatus, she had this big grand concert, and it was amazing. I watched it. It was hands down pretty good. I would say it's like pretty amazing for the concert and stuff. And then when she got into a hiatus, I was like a bit sad, because you know, I really like KizunaAI as a VTuber and a YouTuber, you know. And now that we won't be able to get to watch her content, it's really crazy. And fun fact, I did make a original fiction with her in it. It's called Robo World, although I'm not really like the plot of the fic of Robo World isn't that great. Like, it doesn't make sense at points, but it's more or less the it just has KizunaAI in it, that's pretty much it. And yeah, and I'm still proud of the story, to be honest. I'm proud of it because that actually came from a question that one of my friends asked me at that point of time. It's like, what do you think happens if robots took over the world? And that single-handedly gave me the idea to write Robo War, and then I'm actually proud that I actually thought of that premise, like the whole story of it. I actually thought of it. It's actually pretty creative at times. So like, I thought I was proud of my own work. That's pretty much it. And yeah, and then during her hiatus, she had an anime. Oh my god, that anime was bad. That anime was trash. Kizuna no Adele. I've said it in the previous episode, and I'm going to say it again. That shit is one of the worst anime I've seen in my life. Every time I try to watch an episode, I'll somehow fall asleep for no reason because it's so boring. It's like they're spoon feeding you with basic shit. Like, bro, I know what a VTuber is. What the fuck are you telling me that? And the characters are so goddamn boring. They're like one dimension, bro. It's the same thing over and over again. And like the conflict isn't even a conflict. It's just a shitty ass problem. Like the whole like the real conflict is my consciousness against the anime. It's like I'm trying to stay awake. I'm battling my own inner demons while I'm watching this anime. I'm trying not to fall asleep. That's the real conflict here. There's no good conflict in the anime. The conflict is straight ass. Everything about the anime is straight ass. Never watch it unless you like to torture yourself. I've never got to finish watching it, but I will drop it. And if one day I'm as crazy as to pick it back up again, I hope I do not fall asleep so I can finish this anime and give it a shit review. Because I know it's shit anyways, right? But I think let's get back to KizunaAI. A few months ago, she had this long live stream. I forgot what it was called, but there was this long live stream that's playing the instrumental of her songs, and it's just like cognitive, like the words cognitive was just there, and it was playing her songs. I thought it was someone who hacked her account and like trolled and just put that live stream on there for like a few hours. It's not even a few hours, it's like a few months, and nobody even did anything about it. And I was like, oh, is this a hack or something? Did someone really hack it or something? But then she posts these videos like, oh, I'm coming back, it's time to wake up, and that kind of stuff. And then I think February, she actually came back. Like, it was surprising. It was really surprising. I've never expected her to actually come back, because I thought it would be like 2-3 years later, like they're just teasing these now to get attention, and it's not gonna happen anytime soon. But I'm kind of surprised it actually happened quite soon, to be honest. And after she released a song, she also released a video talking about her life and stuff, like what she's been doing since and stuff, and now she's like a full-fledged music artist instead of a YouTuber and stuff. She does live streams from time to time, but it's not really that important, honestly. She's like become a musical artist now. She's a full-fledged artist now. Her music sounds more mature. Like, it's still pop, but it sounds more mature than what it is last time, where it was very upbeat and cheery. Now it's like very mature stuff. And I like both styles of her music, honestly, so no props to her. So her 3 recent music that she came out with was Kamone, Mazaru, and White Balance. I like White Balance out of the 3 the most because it's a very catchy song. It's a very, very catchy song, and I love the song a lot. So honestly, song's amazing, fantastic, and I think generally all her 3 songs are actually pretty good. I just have to pick one for like my top 10 songs at this point of time. So this song is in my top 10. Basically, White Balance is in my top 10, but you will never know which position, and you will never know until like December probably. So wait for that top 10 tier list of the year, that kind of style. And yeah, that's pretty much it about KizunaAI. Now the rest of it is just like singles and droplets here and there. So let's start off with Ave Mujica's album Completeness. I like Octogram Dance. I like Cow. of course Q-Kiss, Imprison XII, and of course the Georgette Me, Georgette You. They're all in the album, and of course most of them were released separately during the anime. But the Ave Mujica music is pretty good. I actually didn't expect that, but it's actually pretty good. Next time we'll talk about Hina Pio, sorry. Basically, she released a new song. I don't know what's it called in Japanese, but this was the Cut Fight Vanguard theme song, I think, for the new anime one. So the song for that, and then she released her old other songs too, like the Showtime song and the other song I forgot. I'm sorry, man. I don't know a lot of kanji at this point still, but but I like the Showtime song a lot, honestly. So, props to her for releasing on streaming platform, because before this it wasn't ever on the streaming platforms, but now it is. Like on April at least, it's on in April they released it, and Hinapio's management released it, and I really like the song. So props to them, props to Hinapio for releasing the music on streaming platforms. Give it a listen if you could. Next up we have the Equals Love. This is one of my favorite idol groups of all time too, and they also released a new music this year. This is definitely one of my top 10 songs of the year, right? So the song is called, I'm trying to find the song. Okay, it's called Kobito Ijio Suki Miman. Yeah, it's the chorus. But I think the song is pretty good. The song is pretty great. I love the song. I really love the song. It was an opening for an anime, but the song is fantastic. And I've heard of Equal Love before, like a few times after this, but now now I've gotten more into them, because as an idol group, it's pretty like that. It's a pretty good song. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty good song, right? And next up we have Quadeca with Monday and Godstain. I think these two songs are pretty good, especially Monday. I love Monday a lot, and Monday, it sounds very good. And he even produced the song by himself, which is actually not really by himself. He has another producer, but the fact that he self-produced this music is actually pretty crazy. The fact that it sounds so nice, and the lyricism is also actually pretty great, and I like the instrumental too, and his vocals basically. So it all combines together, and it's really good. It sounds really nice, and that's why I really like this song Monday, And then after that we have the Project Sekai songs. Before that we still have a few songs that they not came out this year, but I like them very late. One of them was Blue by Young Kai. I know this song is like last year, but I recently decided to listen to it after everybody's like using the song on their Instagram feeds, and then I decided to listen to it, and I was like, wow, actually this is pretty good, I kind of like it. So that song was on my place. And then we have N by I have no I don't know what's the person's name. It's with Rinzo. It's something Hiru, but I'm not too sure about it. I am Mahiru. I think it's Mahiru. Yeah, it should be Mahiru, because I'm sorry, I just not too sure. I don't want to butcher names here and there, Yeah, it's Mahiru and Rinzo. The N. It's called N. The song is called N, and it's really amazing. I love it. I really love that song. I found it from my Instagram reel where they talk about Japan and stuff, and then the music comes on, and I was like, damn, this music is actually pretty amazing, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then after that, the Project Sekai songs, of course, because I watched the Project Sekai movie. They had a few songs here and there. So the first one we're gonna talk about is the movie songs, right? More jumps, fun, amazing. I think the best movie song of the Project Sekai movie, basically. I think that's the best because I love Momo Jump. I am a Momo Jump fan. So Fun is a very nice song. I love it. Then we have Story by Leonid, which is also in the movie, and I think that's a pretty good song too. And then the 25 Niji song that I don't know what it's called though. Maybe I could go check it out. But the Niji called 2500 song, that is a pretty good song, honestly. So okay, I got a song name here. It is, oh my god, it is Soko ni Aru Hikari. I think that song's pretty great. It's, yeah. And then after that we have Smile Symphony by Wonderland X Showtime. I love the song. I mean, I don't really love the song. I think the song is pretty good. It's not, I don't love it as much as like Fun, Story, or Soko ni Aru Hikari, but I think the Small Symphony is not too bad. And then the least I like is Fire Dance by Vivid Bad Squad. I think people are gonna kill me for this, but I'm not a fan of the song itself, not VBS. I think VBS is a wonderful group. It's just that I don't really like Fire Dance at all. But you know, some people have different things, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then of course, moving on to the other insert songs, there were Glow by Ichika, the solo version. That's pretty amazing too, because Glow was originally a Leonid song, and then Ichika sang this in the movie, so it became Ichika's solo version. I like it a lot. And then we have Kaisei, which is the Leonid version without the Meiko. I love this version instead of the one with Meiko, because this song, but to be fair, Kaisei, the movie version, which is only the Leonid version basically, is only Ichika singing the whole song basically. There was nobody else singing the song. Ichika was singing the whole song this whole time, so it's like, you know, it's just a, but I prefer that this version over the Meiko version. And then we have the main songs, Hajimari no Mirai. This is the main song for the Project Sekai movie, and this is a very good song. You know, I love this song. This song is pretty good. And then we have Worldos by everybody in Project Sekai. So the 6 Vocaloids plus the 5 bands, Leonid, Momo Jump, VB, all 5 bands. So 5 bands plus 6 Vocaloids, everybody sing Worldos. I think Worldos is pretty good, not gonna lie. I love Worldos. And of course, I forgot this one song, Hello Sekai. Hello Sekai is a very good song. I'm talking about the Hatsune Miku one, not everybody's version, but I love the Hatsune Miku solo version. You know, because it really sounds nice, honestly. So yeah, it really sounds nice. It really sounds really good. So yeah, I really like Hello Sekai, and you know, that's, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much. And then lastly, in the newest music we have is also Night Court at 2500, Nichi Court at 2500 basically. So they released the Sekai album volume 3 for their own band, and they had a few songs that I kind of like. One example is Bad Apple, and then the next song was the June song. I literally don't know what the song is called, forgive me. Let me check it out while I say the next few songs. And then after that, I like Godish. Godish is good. I like Godish. It's so fun to listen to Godish. And after that, of course, we have Envy Baby. Envy Baby, I love Envy Baby. Envy Baby is such a good song. I love Envy Baby. It's so short, and yet it's short and sweet. It's such a energetic song. it gets you bumping your face up. Yeah, it's a really good song. I love it. Okay, the June song is called Totemo Suteki na Rokugatsu Deshita. That's the June song. It was a very nice June. Okay. Yeah, that was the song I liked too from the recent album. But I know a lot of people like the Heat Abnormal. I listened to it and I don't really like it, but I mean, everybody has different opinions, so I guess it is what it is. So more or less, these are the songs that I like so far throughout the year. And right now, of course, I already have my top 10 songs of the year, but it's not even finished. The year is not even finished, so it's more or less unconfirmed. I might add more songs into it, but you will know this during December, definitely, for sure. Alright, let's move on to the next topic, because we're done with music. Content creation. This one's very short also, because content creations is something that I've gained more interest over the years. Like, when I started out my YouTube channel, there was not really much of a content creation other than me just posting my gacha videos and some meme-ass videos. Other than that, there wasn't really much until like last year when I went to the Bandori Cafe and I decided to go all out on the Bandori. I spent everything on the menu, and that is pretty much what it is. I spent and then I documented the whole experience and stuff. That's when I started to I wanted to do this content. I want to do more voice content and stuff. And then I found, of course it takes a lot of time to do these kind of things, especially adding subtitles. Holy shit. Adding subtitles is crazy, because I know my voice is deep. It's a bit hard to hear my voice sometimes, but that's why I always like to add subtitles. And I try to speak clearly. So sometimes in those content creation videos, let's say the AFA video that I did, I speak actually quite slowly, because not only do I want to get my pronunciation right, I want people to hear me correctly, because I don't want people to be like, wow, this guy's voice so deep, I can't hear shit. So I want people to know at least what I'm actually talking about, and in case they still don't understand, there's subtitles, so it's not a problem that much. Of course, I do hope that we have at least my side of YouTube has. I hope my side of YouTube has the the auto dub language kind of thing. Yeah, I want to have the auto dub. It's very useful, because I know some of the videos that I watch that are not mine, they have auto dubs, and that's very useful, especially for people who want to watch videos for let's say in Japan or China. But it's because I don't really have I don't speak Japanese, nor do I speak Chinese in my own videos, so it's if there's auto dub, people will understand what I'm saying, that kind of thing. It's easier for them instead of reading the subtitles and translating everything in Google Translate and stuff. But yeah, I want to do more content, but I've been stuck also because I don't know what content to do. I wanted to do a vlog of my Japan trip, but I decided that was not what I wanted to do anyway afterwards, and I took pictures instead. So yeah, there was not really much of a vlog. But yeah, if I could do more content creation, I would. I wanted to do more content creation, right? The time I bought a Ave Mujica My Go Y Squads box, right? And it's an unboxing. I opened the packs and show the cards show what cards I got, that kind of thing. So they actually got quite a lot of views. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know how that actually got quite a lot of views. And then of course the ones that rise in my the views that rise for the videos that has their views rising are obviously the ones that I spend a lot of money on. At first, there was this video in my channel that was quite recent. It was the Anon Chihaya limited the flower card, the limited time card, the Sakura circling party event, where I wanted to get the Anon card, and then I had the spark for that. And of course a lot of people watched it because wow, we all love to watch suffering in gacha especially, right? So so I'm sure a lot of people clicked on that because wow, this guy spent 50k stars and bro got absolutely no Anon until he had to spark for that. And it's kind of funny. I wish I could have done voice for that, but I was doing that during like when I was in school, so there wasn't any voice over for that. So yeah, that's pretty much the thing. But yeah, if I could do more content, I would definitely want to do more content creation. Hopefully, maybe I will do a video of what I've gotten from Japan, because I think that's a pretty good idea. Alright, I think that would be the next video idea I do. Because right now I'm like, this semester at least I'm more free than the previous one at least, so I hope I have the time to film that. I will show you like everything I've gotten from Japan, straight up. And watch that video out, I guess. I'll be filming it pretty soon, hopefully. Yeah, that's pretty much it for content creation. Alright, the next stuff we're gonna talk about is the anime that I've recently watched, or the stuff that I've recently watched. So I'm just gonna talk about 4 things basically, because these are the 4 things that I've kind of watched over, you know. And yeah, let's get started. The first one is the Ave Mujica anime. Oh god, the Ave Mujica anime. Oh god. Actually, I kind of like the anime, like as in the storyline in the first few episodes. Hold on. The first few episodes were actually pretty amazing. Like, wow, they were groundbreaking, because at no point did Bang Dream like ever put in so much effort for an anime, and it shows. It really shows, because it was really good, honestly. So I was like, damn, you know, this anime has potential to become the best anime of the year, and probably one of my best animes of all time. And then they dropped the quality, like around episode 7, 8, around there. Like, they started dropping, especially like after they disbanded. Okay, sorry, I'm giving you spoilers here, but that was the only spoiler I'm gonna give you. They cut halfway, basically, like halfway throughout the anime, it becomes stale. Not stale, I would say not really like hook grabbing. So it doesn't stand out from the rest. Basically, it just feels normal, or it feels boring at times. And then after that, they came out with this big ass twist in like episode 10 to 12. This big ass twist they had, I think it ruffled Twito's feathers a lot. It ruffled a lot of feathers, basically, because I think 90% of the people weren't happy with what the twist was anyway. And some people accepted it, and some people were like, what the shit is this? I mean, for those who watch it, definitely you know what I'm talking about, for sure. And you know, for me, I think without the twist, I think the anime is actually pretty decent. Like, it's pretty good for a Bang Dream anime, because usually Bang Dream anime isn't really like rich in the story, but in this case, I think the story is pretty rich. And the way they deal with certain issues, fantastic. Like, actually pretty good. Like, you know, it's an anime where they had the potential to rise to the top, but instead they just and then they just, you know. I think overall it is still a pretty good anime. Okay, it is still a pretty good anime. Besides all the controversy and stuff, I think it's still a pretty good one. I'll give it like an 8 out of 10, because the music's a banger, everything else is also a banger, you know. And you know, it's just, yeah, you know, it's just the thing got stale in the end, and it's just really sad to see. But I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. I'm fine with it, but a 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 would be good. Yeah, I'm kind of generous by giving it an 8 out of 10, but I think it's not too bad. Alright. Sorry, my throat. The next anime we're going to be talking about is the Project Sekai movie. Well, of course, the Project Sekai movie, for sure. I've said it earlier, I think the Project Sekai movie songs are pretty amazing, so you know the music's pretty amazing already. I've already said that before, but I love the movie as a whole. The story plot is like well thought out, I'm sure of, because it's so good. Like, it actually makes sense, and it actually resonates well with a lot of people, including me. I really vibe well with the message that was in this movie. You know, I won't spoil too much for you, so you could go watch it yourself. I think in Japan it's still showing, you know, because Japan, somehow this movie is getting lots of money and attention, so as it deserves, because this movie is fucking amazing. This movie is actually really freaking good. Like, I would give it like a 9.5 out of 10 because it's actually that amazing. Like, it has a touching message, a heartwarming story, you know. The animation is actually pretty good too. It's pretty cozy. It makes me feel like it's really realistic to Japan and that kind of stuff. And also, the music is fantastic. So it's like, it's combined everything together. It's a good movie combined together, you know. It's like all the good qualities, they picked it and they put it into this movie. And, you know, yeah, I went in thinking that it's gonna be average, but it's actually pretty amazing. So, you know, I really recommend you to watch this movie. This movie is good, and the message is even better, right? So, you know, I really love Project Sekai movie. That's why I got a bit of merch from that, like the cards, just the cards itself, and the shikishis. Oh, the paper shikishis, by the way, it's not really the board shikishi, it's just the paper one, and it's not really that great. It's very flimsy, but I mean, I make do with it basically, so whatever it is. And then we have two movies that I didn't expect myself to watch, but I did watch it because I'm on the airplane, right? I'm on the way to Japan for my Japan trip that time, so I had time to queue 7 hours plus. So what did I watch? Okay, so on my journey to Japan, I watched 366 Days. It stars Moka Kamishirashi, and the guy, I forgot his name. I'm sorry, I forgot the guy's name actually, but whatever. I mean, the movie is, how do I say? The movie is actually pretty good, but it's not fantastic. Like, it's good because I love the emotional appeal that it has. I just don't like the part that it's very predictable, because you know what's gonna happen. You definitely know what's gonna happen. Like, if you watch a lot of romance movies, you definitely know what's gonna happen in this movie, for sure, 100%. And I think the summary gives it away. Summary really gives it away, and it's just really funny. And the movie, like the flashbacks and stuff, it's really, like, you know, yeah, I'll give you like this scene, and then the flashback shows on, like, you already know. Okay, I don't want to spoil it now, I'm not really gonna say it, but it's like, you definitely know what's gonna happen. It's just that the emotional appeal is too good. Like, even though I know what's gonna happen, I still like feel very emotional for it. So, you know, you could say that it's a really good movie because the fact that I still can predict it and still cry over it, not really cry, like tear up over it, it's pretty amazing. So I'll give this movie like a 8 out of 10. Like, for story wise, you're not looking at anything good, honestly, because you probably know what's gonna happen. Okay, I'll give it a 7.5 because the plot, you know, like, you know what's gonna happen, so the plot isn't really there, but the emotional things in there is pretty amazing, and it really knows how to tuck your heart. It really does. So I think this is a pretty good movie to watch. And, like, fun fact, I think this is like one of the very few live Japanese films I've ever watched in my life. I have not watched really a lot of live Japanese films at all. I mean, if you consider Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, I don't think that's really a Japan film, but I mean, it takes place in Japan, so I guess we could consider that. And then after that we have not really. I don't have any more movies that I watched there. So yeah, I think this is my second then. And then of course there will be a third movie. This is the movie that I watched back from Japan, from the plane journey from Japan to my home. Oh my god. Anyway, the third movie is Faceless. It's a 2024 Japanese life movie. It's about a guy running away from the cops, although he's innocent. And the movie is actually pretty good. Like, wow, it's actually pretty good. But I mean, a lot of I know I read the reviews online, and some people say like this is very normal, because like, as in the movie is very normal, not really like fantastic, because they read the novel, and the novel has a darker ending, I think, or has a more entertaining ending, or more entertaining plot overall, and then they felt like the movie rushed it. But for me, who didn't read the novel at all, I think the movie by itself is pretty good. Like, it actually kept me on like tender hooks. It got me hooked. I mean, I don't think tender hooks is really the right thing to use, but it got me hooked. I really wanted to know what happened next. Like, I was like wondering, wow, this guy, how did he even freaking run away in all these situations? It's freaking crazy. And it's really entertaining, to be honest. And they even got Ana Yamada in it too. I didn't notice until I saw the credits, and I was like, oh, Ana Yamada? Damn. And yeah, I think the movie is pretty good, honestly. I'll give it like a 8 out of 10. Yeah, I feel it's really good. So more of the story is I should watch more Japanese live movie, because all this time I've been always watching Japanese animated movies, like animes, like Seikano Fine is a movie, right? And then Project Sekai, movie. Bang Dream, movie, right? So it's more or less like anime movies. I've never really watched a live movie, so this is like the very few times I've actually started watching it. So this is kind of the things that I've watched recently, and yeah, it's pretty good. More or less, it's pretty good. I hope I get to watch more stuff. Ballerina from John Wick would be available next week. I'll go to the cinema and watch it, and hopefully I think it's already pretty good. Like, from the trailer itself, it looks so damn cool. And it's Ana de Armas. I mean, come on. Alright, so with that's it for the stuff I watch. Alright, the moment I wanted to speak about the most, the Japan trip. So, of course, I've always teased about this in my previous few episodes for the podcast, that I'm going to Japan to watch a concert, a Poppin'Party concert. So to give you context, that I'm going to Japan. I had this trip planned to Japan for quite some time, and this trip didn't happen at first, but it was because like I had a holiday from my uni, and just nice the concert was also around this period of time. So I was like, let's go Japan, let's go, woo! And then I got on the plane and we went to Japan. Wow. Okay, so I've been to 3 different places: Nagoya, Kyoto, and Tokyo, of course. Like, Tokyo is normal, right? Everybody goes to Tokyo for sure. So I'm gonna slowly tell you about the stuff that I've been to. So in Nagoya, okay, so before I start this, I just want to suggest some place for everybody to go to, because I like these few places, I guess, or I've been to these few places and I think it's okay. But never mind, let me just share where I've been to for these 3 like cities. In Nagoya, I've been to, number 1, the Nagoya Castle. This is a very good attraction, honestly. I was quite intrigued by it, because I thought I would be sleeping by half the time, but actually it's pretty good though. It's pretty interesting. Like, I get to see the old life living and stuff, and the castle is pretty good. I bought a souvenir from there. I bought souvenir from every important place that I went to, so it was to remind me of where I've gotten it, where I've been to, that kind of stuff. So yeah, there was the Nagoya Castle. It's a fantastic place. I know people online say it is very underwhelming, but I think it's pretty good, because I haven't been to Osaka Castle and all the other castles and stuff. So this was my very first castle. So if I think this castle is good, then probably next time I go to Japan and I go to Osaka, I'll probably go to that castle too. But who knows, right? Next up, we went I went to the Atsuta Jinga Shrine because I made an MR there. I bought an MR, written an MR, I put it there, right? Pretty good, but I won't tell you which MR it was. I'm pretty sure you can find it if you go to Japan. If you go to the Atsuta Jinga Shrine, you probably could find my NR there. Probably. I really don't know whether you see it there, but you'll be there. It looks like just every other shrine, so it's not really that much of a difference. And I also tried the Omakuji. I think it's called Omakuji, right? I don't have a clue. Let me check. It's called Omikuji. My bad. Sorry, I butchered the name again. Omikuji. So Omikuji is like, you know, fortune slips. So you shake this big ass container, and then you get a stick from it. Then the stick will say the number. So once this stick say the number, you go to the counter. You ask for the stick number. You give them the money. They give you the slip. Like they give you the slip that the number corresponds to. So I forgot what I wrote. Let me check my paper. I wrote 9. I wrote 9 from there, and then I was like, okay, let's go switch this, because it's usually fun to do this kind of thing in like this kind of areas and stuff. Like if you're in the shrine, you probably would want to do this. So obviously I decided that I want to do this. So after that I went to ask the counter for it, and hold up a minute. Alright, so yeah, I went to the counter, asked for the thing, paid the money, and then I was like, okay, I got it. So I opened the thing, I opened the slip, and I got a great fortune, which is absolutely amazing. I didn't know my luck was that great, honestly. Getting this was really amazing. Like I felt so good, because this is my first time receiving a great fortune, and I've never received it before. But I was happy to receive it nonetheless, and of course I kept it with me in my wallet. Like even up to now, I've kept it. So it's like, it's a really good thing that I got that, and I was really happy that I got that, you know. And then next up, the place I went to was the Oasis 21. So Oasis 21 is just a small shopping mall. Not much, I guess, but yeah, it's just a shopping mall. It's not really like the best thing you could really see, but it's just there, I guess, you know. But on the top level they have, like Oasis 21 is known for the walking at the top level. You'll be able to see the towers and stuff, and I think it's a pretty good view there, to be honest. And when I went there, there was like no people, no one there, so it was a pretty good time to take pictures. So, you know, all I do is take, and then you know, go back down. And then I went to eat at this place that has waffles, but I don't know where is it. It was under the tower. Like there was a big ass tower. I don't know what the name is called, but it was a really big tower. It was a really big tower. That's what I can say. Let me see the tower is. What's the tower called? I kind of don't have the name for the tower, honestly, but I'm trying to find the tower here. I'm trying to find it. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I really don't have the idea of the tower at all, but I ate this thing called Farm N. Oh, is it here? I just called the tower, I guess, but it's at Hisaya Odori Park, basically. But under this tower there is this cafe that I went to eat. It was called Farm N, and I ate the waffles there, and I think it's pretty okay, but the waffles are a bit hard to cut. That's pretty much it. But the service there is pretty good, so you know, no complaints. I get the service there is pretty good, right? So yeah, it's pretty good. And then after that we went to this place. I went to the Otagawa station. Yeah, quintessential, quintuplets, pilgrimage. That's right, guys. A big QQ fan here, so that's why I went to Otagawa station. So I took picture of the station there. I took picture of the few scenes that happened in QQ anime. And then I went over to the university that was the model for the high school where the Nakano quintuplets go to for school. So yeah, it was a really good experience. And I saw the seats where in season 1 episode 3, Miku was running away from Futaro, and then they all started resting at the benches there. And I saw those benches too, and then they were really nice. And there was a funny story there. While I was taking picture there was someone who was so done with his life. Like, bro, he's the cleaner, I think, but he's a young guy, but he was cleaning the area. Bro is having he was struggling to pick something up in between the benches. Like, like the wooden benches, the planks, there's always like a gap in between. That part, yeah, that some rubbish was stuck at that part, and then that guy was struggling for a good 5 minutes. And then when he didn't get it up, he like leaned his head back and was like, oh, bro, he let out a sigh of like, he's done. Like, I know he's done. He's too done with this shit. And bro, I felt so bad for like taking pictures. Like, I didn't take a picture of him. I just like, while I was trying to take a picture of the benches, I saw him and I was like, okay, I'll stop taking pictures for a while. Let him clean up his stuff. Like, I walk around the area before I came back. But seeing him, it was kind of funny to see that. But it is what it is. I hope if this guy is watching it, if this guy is hearing the podcast, just know that I did not litter there at all. But I saw your pain. I feel you. I hope you have a good life ahead. I really do. Alright. So I've been to Otagawa station, and then where else have I been to? Damn. Okay. And now the next place that I've been to is the Nobiri no Sato, or is it the Nabana no Sato? It's a light show, basically. It's a light show, yeah. It's crazy, right? So light show. Yeah, basically it's a light show, and it's actually very nice. Like, you get to walk a long route that has like illumination lights. I think you've seen it before. You probably should search it up. Nabana no Sato. Like, you look at the light show, it's pretty nice. It's pretty great. All around there are lights. It's really like fantastic. It looks so beautiful, honestly. And then they had even light shows. Like, they did this light show. I don't know how to explain it to you, but they did a light show basically. But I didn't take a video of it, but I think it was fantastic, and I think it was amazing. So yeah, I think it was a good trip there, but it was a bit too far for us, because we had to take like the Kinetsu line. We had to take like the so many lines. Then we had to take the bus to make sure the bus did not miss us and stuff. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And yeah, sorry, I got a bit distracted. Let's go on to the next one. I think Nagoya we're done. More or less Nagoya I'm done. That was okay. So for my food recommendation, one food recommendation I would tell you to go to. Of course, my place recommendation would be the Nagoya Castle. The food recommendation, I would say, at this food court. Okay, there was this building opposite my hotel which I stayed in, Courtyard Nagoya. I stayed in Courtyard Nagoya, and opposite it there was a building that has a Don Don Donki in there. And in that building also there is a food court that don't have a lot of stores. Like, there's only 4 or 5 food stores. And that's pretty much it. But I tried this one food that was spaghetti with egg and bacon in like some spaghetti sauce or something. I don't know, but when I ordered it and I ate it for the first time, bro, I was taken aback so hard because that shit tasted freaking amazing. That was like a good food. I liked it a lot, so I was like, ooh, that's actually pretty good though. And it's only like, I mean, it's like $9, I think, 900 yen, I think, but I think it's really good. So just to tell you again, it's opposite Courtyard Nagoya, this building that has a Don key. Inside the food court, level 2, there will be a food court, and it's the store all the way inside. There will be it's like a Western store basically. It's a Western store that sells this kind of thing. So it's pretty good, honestly. So I recommend it. I recommend to eat this, honestly. And I've also tried. Okay, so fun little short story. I tried Handsome Burger in Fushimi Station. I've never tried Handsome Burger before. I've never heard even of Handsome Burger before until like I went to try it out by myself. I ate I ate the normal burger, the beef burger thing, and I ordered a combo with drinks and fries, right? They give a lot of fries. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised because I didn't know they gave a lot of fries. It was surprising, but my verdict on it was that the burger was decent, but it was not that great. But I liked the fries. The fries were very salty, but they were good because I like salty fries, and it was a lot also. So credit where credit is due. I like their fries, but that's not the main thing of their shit, isn't it? It's the burger. I've never tried the cheeseburger there, so if you want to go to a Handsome Burger and try cheeseburger, I mean, be my guest, just go ahead and try it, because I've never tried it. I tried it on the day that I have to go to Kyoto afterwards, so I didn't have the time to like go back there and take another cheeseburger, that kind of stuff. One thing I would say that I like about Nagoya is that it's really peaceful and quiet. It's like, it's not a lot of people, it's not congested. Like the streets are not very congested, and it's really peaceful when you walk. That's what I like. That's what I really like. And yeah, that's a good thing about Nagoya. And after that, I've decided, no, Kyoto time. Let's go. So Kyoto is obviously like an attraction spot for tourists, definitely. I've seen a lot of tourists there. At the place that I stayed, I think I was the only Chinese there, probably. Bro, there were so many the Americans, if I'm not wrong, or the Europeans. There was a lot of them. Like, I think most of them were filled there. Even the counters were like Europeans and Americans. Like, I was shocked. But at least, I get to speak in English, so it's not too hard. Like, for me, it's not too hard. So, because I don't have a lot of, like, I learned a bit of Japanese, but my Japanese isn't good at all. Like, I cannot hold a conversation. That's what it is. I hope I could, so I'm trying to learn Japanese now, but at one point of time I hope I could really hold a conversation with these Japanese people. But anyway, let's move on to Kyoto. Kyoto, I have been to, the first day I've been to the bamboo forest, the very famous one, basically, the one that has a lot of people usually. But I think the bamboo forest is pretty nice because I went there because Seikano has this bamboo forest too that looks like it, although it's not really exactly the same, but it's at least more like a bamboo kind of thing. And then we also have like a lot of there was a garden behind the bamboo forest, so it was connected, so I was able to go there too, and it's pretty amazing, I think. But I think the bamboo forest is okay, so, but it's not too bad. I guess it's not too bad. And then after the bamboo forest, we went to a shrine again. I mean, I went to a shrine. So obviously I bought an antenna there again just to put it there, and then I yeah, that's pretty much it. Every shrine's about the same, so you know it's not really much of a difference, that kind of thing. And then in the afternoon, me and my sorry, I hanged there. In the afternoon, I went to Senezaka. I don't know how you spell it. Senezaka. It was the long district of shopping stuff with a temple at the back. Kiyomizu Desu. Shit, I don't know what the fuck it's called anymore. God damn it. Oh, it's called Kiyomizu-dera Temple. Yeah, it's with the Kiyomizu-dera Temple. So, the Kiyomizu-dera Temple was also where the QQ took a photo there. Like they had scenes there. It was during the Kyoto trip, which is the season 2, episode 11 and 12, I think, if I'm not wrong correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's about there. So they had this Kyoto trip there, right? And they went there also. So it's like a QQ thing too. So I went there and take some few pictures here and there. The shopping district mostly closes at like 6+. Most of the shops there close at 6+. So it's just at night. It's just a scenery place basically. But more or less, yeah, I think it was okay. I bought a drink there, but the drink isn't too amazing. But I think not too bad. But yeah, I would say it's not too bad. And after that, I've been to and we've been to the temple, then been to the Senezaka, and then after that the day was done, and then went back home. Went back to the hotel and sleep. Next day, I went to one of the most famous places in Kyoto. It's already filled with people at like 7 a.m. It's the Fushimi Inari Taisha. In case you didn't know what that name was, just remember it's the Torii gates. It's the red color gates, like you know you see in anime, or you see in like real life people take photos of these red big ass gates. Yeah, that was the place basically. I get there at like 7 a.m. and there's already a huge amount of people there already, so it's like crazy, right? But it's a tourist attraction, so what do I expect? What the hell? Anyway, I kind of expected a lot of like I didn't expect that to be a lot of people at 7+ even, so it's crazy. And also I climbed to the top, and it felt like a army route march because wow, it was a lot of steps, and my thighs were dying after like I went back to the hotel. my thighs were absolutely demolished. Like it was crazy. And yeah, I think everybody died. Those who climbed to the top, they all looked like they were about to, you know, pass away probably, but I don't know, man. They really look tired as shit. And like I could breathe normally, but my thighs were just, you know, about to be out of shape. And then we had to go back, and I had to go back down, which is also crazy, right? Okay, after that we went to Karamuchi Opa. Am I spelling that right? Am I even saying that right? It's a shopping mall basically. Karamachi. Okay, Karamachi Opa or OPA. So after we went to that shopping mall, okay, at first we went to these nearby stuff. I don't know what it was, but let me see if I can try to find it. It was the Kyoto Karamachi Garden, where they had this food court. I went there to eat omurice. Pretty decent, but it's not really the best that I could find. Like, so it's just a normal lunch, I think. And after that, don't ask me why I ate lunch. Then I went to eat dessert because I'm stupid. I'm pretty stupid. I went over to Karamachi Opa to eat the Sweets Paradise. And of course, you know why I'm there for Sweets Paradise? The Bang Dream collab. And you know why I'm there for the Bang Dream collab? Because there's Arisa. I mean, Arisa from Poppin'Party. What can I say? Everybody knows me as a Arisa Oshi, so you know, there's no way I'm gonna miss that shit. You know, I'm not gonna miss Arisa, right? So I got Arisa. I bought the merch because it was available in Kyoto for the first day that I went there. So like when I went to the Sweets Paradise, it was the first day for the event in Kyoto, so I was able to get that and I was able to get the merch, which is pretty good because it was all first stock, like, and I literally picked like the third time slot of the day. Like the first was 11:45, the second was 12, and the third was 12:15. I picked the 12:15 slot, and of course it never gets sold out on the third slot, so trust me, you know. So I managed to get everything that I wanted except the acrylic keychains because they were blind box, so you couldn't really see what's inside. But I got Kasumi, and I'm glad I got one of the Poppin'Party members instead of like every other member, you know. It's good, it's good. I love Poppin'Party, so to get a Kasumi, I'm pretty excited for that. I tried the pancake. It was not too bad, you know. Pancakes. I mean, is there any much difference? Not much of a difference, right? So, yeah. And then I tried the hot choco. Pretty decent also, honestly. They had the art on the hot choco, which was pretty amazing. The art for the Sweet Paradise collab, that is. And yeah, pretty amazing, pretty nice. After the desserts, I went to the opposite Gigo. Like, it's just like opposite the Sweet Paradise outlet. Right opposite. So I saw the Arisa. I saw another Arisa acrylic, and you know, I'm an Arisa fan. I had to buy that. I had to buy that, you know. So yeah, I bought that, and it is what it is. No, I bought that, and after that, you know, I went to take a walk at Gion Street, which was not really that entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. It's not really that great. Gion Street, I think Gion Street's not too bad, but yeah, I guess it's just a very short street, so it's not really much to explore. So that's why I didn't like had to explore that much. It's fine. I didn't really enjoy it, but it was okay. I also went to Kyoto Stairs, by the way. Another QQ spot. Yay! I've been to a lot of the QQ spots now. It's pretty crazy, right? Yeah, and that's pretty much my Kyoto trip. Oh, and also at the Bamboo Forest, I tried this ice cream, vanilla ice cream with banana slices and caramel sauce. I think it was pretty good. Not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Okay, so the one place I would suggest to go in Tokyo, what is my recommendation? Fushimi Inari Taisha, the Torii Gates. Like, of course, if you can't climb to the top, don't bother. You don't need to bother, right? It's not like necessary to climb up to the top. There's a 1/4 point, there's a halfway point, and there's a lot of points for you to stop at. So you're not really necessary to climb up to the top, you know. As long as you can climb some part of it, it's amazing. But the Torii Gates itself are actually pretty beautiful, so you can go for that alone. But of course, if you climb up to the top, you feel more accomplished than you ever were, right? So, you know, climb to the top. I think it's a pretty wonderful thing. But of course, it takes a lot of energy to climb to the top, and if you can't do it, don't force yourself, you know. But I recommend this place a lot because it's a really beautiful place. It's surrounded by a forest that looks very nice also. I even got myself a souvenir there that writes my name, the things that I want to, like the family blessings that I want to write and stuff, and you know, it was amazing. It was pretty amazing. It can come a bit costly, but I think it's a price to pay for merchandise like this. So I'll just take it once in a while and, you know, just do it at this point, right? So what is the food I recommend to take in Kyoto? Well, there's two, because one is so generic. I'm gonna include a second option for you. So the very first food that I recommend to you, get ready for it, it's McDonald's. You're telling me, hey Noah, there's McDonald's in every part of the world. You're telling me to go to Kyoto just to eat McDonald's? What kind of a lazy bum are you? Right? There's so many other things to eat. But hear me out. You don't need to eat McDonald's in Kyoto. It's just McDonald's generally in Japan. But let me tell you, the McDonald's in Japan, they are wonderful shit. Great AF, especially those beef burgers. I remember ordering this beef burger. I cannot really remember what's the name. Let me check. Yeah, it is the roasted soy sauce egg bacon thick beef burger. And yo, that was so amazing. The beef was perfectly cooked. It's so juicy and crunchy like that. Like when you bite down on it, wow, you can feel heaven in that shit. It's real good. Like wow, compare it to like my McDonald's here. Like I eat the beef, I feel like I'm eating shit. But I mean it's not shit, but compared to Japan, it is like so low standards. Like Japan's McDonald's are fantastic, and I ordered large fries. And okay, so their drinks, right? The large drink. So in my country, a large drink is like a 1.5 liter bottle, but a bit smaller, a bit shorter. Their large drink is a medium drink, but it's a fat cup to be fair. So I mean, I can't really compare, but it's like a smaller drink than usual. But that's not my problem. That's not my problem. That's not my point. The fries. Oh my god. So I ordered large fries because I thought, hey, you know what, medium fries, it's not too much. Yeah. I think the medium fries are too small. Let's take a big fries. So I ordered large fries. I ordered Mac fries, I think. Do I have the receipt here? Yeah, I do. I ordered grand fry. Yeah. And then I think this is the large fries equivalent. So I was like, okay, grand fry. I ordered it and it came over and I looked at the fries and I was like, holy shit. Because it was a lot. It was plenty to eat. Bro, it was so much. But I was like, how they fit all the fries into this one baguette, bro? Damn, that's a lot of fries, man. If I want to get fat, that's the way to get fat. Just eat a lot of the fries. Just order the grand fry. You probably get fat. But to be fair, I walked a lot during the day, so I think McDonald's is a pretty perfect excuse. It's a pretty perfect excuse to eat McDonald's because I walk a lot during these Japan trips. So anyway, the meal was delicious. I can't say it's bad. No, because it's really freaking good. It's amazing. So yeah, I love it a lot, like the McDonald's. But of course, you might think, McDonald's in Kyoto, what the hell? Are you joking, right? Yeah, okay, right, fine. If you don't want a McDonald's, I'll give you another suggestion, right? In Aeon Mall, it's around the Kyoto station. You gotta walk a bit. It's like a 10-minute walk away from Kyoto station, but Aeon Mall Kyoto has this food court. Yeah, it's always food court. And this one store in the food court, level 4, they sell udon noodles. The shop name is called Tetsu. Tetsu. Okay. I bought this premium noodles, the one with a lot of meat, the one with a lot of noodles, and the one with a lot of other stuff. And I told them I want it spicy as hell. I want it to be very spicy. But as I expected, Japan has not a lot of spice. They don't come up with spice at all. Like in fact, when I went to McDonald's, I asked, do you have chili sauce? They tell me no chili sauce, only ketchup. So yeah, they don't really eat chili stuff here. Like there's not a lot of chili. They don't really serve chili. So when they served me this, it wasn't a lot. Like the chili wasn't that spicy. It was just fairly okay. It's like mild chili. It's not really that spicy at all. In fact, it's not even spicy, by the way. It's just normal. It's like a. To me, it feels like a sauce instead of a chili. But the udon is nice. The noodles is nice. The meat is nice. The sauce to put the udon in is also very nice. So I recommend the noodles, the udon store Tetsu. Amazing store. I enjoyed the food, honestly. So yeah. It's so cute. They even come out with a paper because I think they saw me as a tourist. So, it's funny because when I go to Japan, people thought that I was Japanese. So naturally, in like shops, like even if there was a tourist option available, they would start talking to me in Japanese, bro. And of course I do understand some of it, but I don't understand a lot, so I had to say like what? Ouch, you know, like, yeah, I really don't know a lot. And I just realized my table was like, the wood was like coming out or something, but whatever. Like, a lot of Japanese look at me and they thought I'm Japanese and stuff, so it's like crazy. So yeah, wait, what was I even speaking about? Yeah, I was just speaking about the Japanese stuff. That's pretty much it. Like, a lot of people, when they see me, they thought I'm Japanese, so they start speaking to me in Japanese, and I had to say that I'm like, no, I want the English menu, or I want the English stuff, you know, because frankly I can't really read a lot of Japanese and stuff. So I'm only at my basic levels. I could read a few simple stuff, especially those related to Bang Dream, like Kira Kira Doki Doki. That's somewhat what I know. That's the most like complex one I know. Other than that, it's just more of like the simple stuff. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about before this to have this conversation of the Japanese thing, but yeah, okay. So anyway, another fun story that I had here was Aeon Mall Kyoto has Ichiban Kuji store. Bro, the Ichiban Kuji guy in me was like, wow, man, Ichiban Kuji, because I used to get addicted to that, you know, quintessential quintuplets. Love Ichiban Kuji a lot, so that I'm always like associated with this, and it's crazy. And you know, I decided to go try like 2 tickets for the quintessential quintuplets Kuji. There was a Kuji for that had the big cutouts. It was the very recent Kuji. I don't know why it was, but I think it was like I don't know what it called, but it was the very recent one, the one that has the big stands with them like sitting down having a gift in their hands. The big stands, that set. When I tried for the set, there was only 6 tickets left, so that means I could potentially get the last price if I spend more, but I didn't want to, because the last price wasn't a board, it was a tower or something of that sort, and I didn't really like it. So I like the design, I like the art, I just don't like that it's a tower, so I never got it. So at that point of time, there was, I think, like the small acrylic stands, and there was also the hangers left, and there was also one Yotsuba big stand, the big one. So I was like, if I pull these 2 tickets, I don't want the Yotsuba big stand. And I was praying hard. This is the first time I'm praying that I don't get the big prize. Because I mean, if I were to do it in Singapore, I'm fine, I could sell it. I mean, I'm doing it in Japan and I have to go back, you know. So it's like, bro, I'm not gonna bring that shit back, man. Right? So it is what it is. I prayed, and thankfully I didn't get the big stand. I got a book hanger that I could choose, and a acrylic that I couldn't choose. It was a blind box. No, it was a blind box again, basically, the acrylic. But luck shine on me, because when I opened the acrylic, it was Itsuki, my favorite girl. So yeah, we got it, man. We got it. You know, fantastic, amazing. And that's more or less for Kyoto, because yeah, Kyoto is actually really okay, not too bad. But asking me to stay in Nagoya or Kyoto, I would prefer, based on the location alone, and not any other like location, like not any like tourist attraction or any other stuff. Nagoya is still a better place for me, but Kyoto is also actually a pretty good place, so I wouldn't say anything else much. So yeah, those are my 2 food recommendations. One is McDonald's, and the other one is the Tetsu from the food court in Aeon Mall, Kyoto. Alright, with that, we go to our last city Tokyo, where the concert is happening, the POPIPA concert. And there was this is the part when I get very, very excited about it, because I love the POPIPA concert, and I was like, I can't wait for it. So I went to Tokyo, and I've been to Tokyo once before. It was like my first time the first time I went to Japan. I went to Tokyo, and I spent there for 7 days. So that was what it is. First I visited Ginza. Ginza has a lot of designer brands. Not for me at all. It was a boring place because I'm not interested in these kind of things. So there was a lot of stuff that I didn't like in Ginza, because there was no anime stuff. All I see was designer brands, and I'm not interested in designer brands and stuff. So no, never. And then the second day onwards was just me going around Tokyo seeing stuff. I think the second day I did was I went to meet my friends at POPIPAO's space. This friend that I mentioned a few times in my videos, he's a friend of mine. He's also in the Poppin'Party server that I am in. So Poppin'Party fans, we have a server called POPIPAO's. I don't know where you're gonna find that invite, but if you're a POPIPA fan and you love talking, you're free to join the server. Free promotion for that. But the server is pretty chill. Honestly, I love the server. Really, server is such a chill server. I love the company in there. It's pretty nice, And there was a few of us in POPIPAO's that wanted to meet up because we're all going for the concert together. So it's like a grand meetup. And I've met Space before, and the other person, Mika, I've also met her before, and Shush, and I've also met before. Okay, so I'll introduce slowly these people later, but for now it'll be Space and this other guy that is Space friend, Kirby. His name is called Kirby. Okay, his nickname is called Kirby. I wouldn't tell you his real name because why would I? So me, Space, Kirby, we decided to hang out. We went to the POPIPA store, the Gigo store at level 5, basically, to buy POPIPA merchandise. But there was a queue already at that point of time, which was crazy. We had to wait like 1 hour for the queue. So we went around anime stores looking to see what we can buy. And I bought a lot of stuff. That's not to say I didn't buy stuff in Nagoya and Kyoto. I bought a lot of anime merch there too, But yeah, I bought POPIPA stuff in Tokyo. And then after that, we went around. I had free time, so I was like, hey, Space, can you bring me around the POPIPA locations? I would really love to travel around to see the POPIPA location, because I've never been there on the first trip to Tokyo. So I was like, I wanted to do it this time. So I was like, can you bring me there? He was like, sure. And we all went there, and I get to see the playground where POPIPA's usual hangout spot is. It's near Arisa's Ruseido. And then we get to see the stairs and the stars where the stars form, and then it goes in that walkway, and the stairs. These are legendary stairs. I took a picture with my Arisa plushie there to show that Arisa was there, And then we had the Ruseido models, but it was unsure which model. So Space and we took 4 pictures of different models. So it's just for comparison, but I didn't really know about that. So more or less it's pretty much like that, right? Yeah. So that was it. And then after that, the next day I went on a small trip by myself before meeting up with my friends, the POPIPAO friends basically. So the first thing I went to do was go to Ikebukuro. Now you might ask me, why am I going there? No, am I going there to buy anime stuff? I didn't buy any anime stuff there. Spoiler alert. I went there because Seikano took place there too. Especially Seikano movie, the ending, when they are all grown up, they had an office at Ikebukuro, So I went there and took a few pictures and took a video. It's also good inspiration for my story, The Dream Designer. So that's why I really wanted to take the thing there, and I wanted to go to Ikebukuro because of this also. And I gotta say, it's pretty good though, but it's very crowded. And wow, it is really crowded. And damn, man, it's crowded. And I went to Big Camera to buy earplugs. Yeah, earplugs, crazy. So I bought earplugs because the POPIPA concert, you need to wear them, especially if you're in the arena seat. And guess where I am? The arena seat. So if I don't want my ears to blast off into space, I gotta wear that earplugs, you know. So I bought a very I actually bought quite an expensive one though. Will be a more funnier story later, but still, I went to more locations. First I went to I went to another Seikano area where it was the confession scene that Tomoya confessed to Megumi about the love and stuff, you know. Very nice. I've been to that place. I took a picture. Very good. Now I go to... Oh yeah, and also I went to Mix Alive and Sunshine City. Well, the reasons why I go there: Mix Alive is the model for the ring in Bang Dream, which is the new place where Saya and Kasumi works at, and Taki. Sunshine City is the place where Maigo primarily takes place, because the aquarium, the star constellation place is around there, and then there was the steps, and with the flowers. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. If you still don't know where there is, you remember the scene in Ave Mujica where Uika pushes Mortis down the stairs? That is the place, you know. So I went there, and after that I went to the convention scene, and then I went to the Sakiko Mansion, or as we know, the Eriri Mansion. So of course, Bang Dream and Seikano uses the same castle for the works for some reason, right? And then you know, it is pretty crazy, honestly. But the Sakiko Gardens, the Sakiko Mansion, or the Eriri Mansion, looks good. The flowers look amazing. And then at that point in time when I went, there was an orchestra concert going on. So I sat my ass down and I listened to it, and the orchestra was good. The orchestra was amazing. I can't believe it. The orchestra was really amazing. It got me hooked. I wanted to leave, but then the orchestra was starting, so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna sit down and listen to it, and I think it's pretty good. So yeah, wow, the orchestra, you know, it's a good experience to go all the way there just to see stuff. And the ticket inside is very cheap. It's like 150 yen. Wow, that's actually pretty cheap, you know. So it's really great. I've also get to experience places like the Saya Bakery, the Hagumi Croquette shops, and the Sugawa Coffee Shop, the intersection basically. And then of course Waseda Station. And then of course I also got to explore the place where there is the Rimi plush with the breads. Like that store is a big Rimi fan. I remember on the concert day itself, that place was packed. Lucky we went there before the concert, so sorry. Anyway, after I was done with my exploration from the Sakiko Castle and the Eriri Castle, I went back to meet my friends at Akihabara, the Poppy Pals. So I met Mika. I first met her during AFA 2023. We saw each other, and then we recognized each other and that kind of stuff. So, and after that, Shui Shen. Okay, so Mika is a big Kasumi fan. That's pretty much it, right? And then Shui Shen is a big Rimi fan. I've seen him once before because at the time we ate at the Anyplus Cafe for the time when I went to eat the cafe and stuff to get my stuff there. So we saw him once, at least. I saw him once, so you know, so I kind of recognized most of the people there. And then there was a new guy that joined along to watch the concert with us. So always good, you know, always good. We got it. So yeah, and then of course we had okay, so the new guy's called Hoshino basically, and then the Kirby guy joined us again today. So it was like what did I say? Yeah, so we all went to Harajuku, and oh shit, oops, Okay, never mind. I mean, sorry. I accidentally like pulled my phone even though I forgot it was charged. But never mind. So basically, oh my god, I'm stuttering. So we went to Harajuku to eat Sweets Paradise again because we decided to eat Sweets Paradise for dinner. And most of the stuff at Harajuku was the merch at least was like sold out. So it was crazy. It was sold out for real. And then I guess I mean we still ate dinner there, and I tried something new. It was the let's see what it was. It was the oh, I'm sorry. It was this melon ice cream that I had with like melon bits and kiwi, and it's bread also. I like the melon ice cream because the melon ice cream tastes great, and you know it's real good. I love it. How am I speaking in this fucking language? Anyways, I kind of like the food that I took there. It's pretty amazing. You know, I love it, and yeah, that's. I think that's what we ate there pretty much, and so yeah, that was pretty much it. After that, okay, we went back home and to prepare ourselves for the concert because, okay, so basically, right, to buy merch, we can either go to the Gigo store at Akihabara or the Budokan itself to buy. And for me, I was like, there is absolutely no way I'm going to Budokan to buy things because it's very far from me, and Akihabara is near to my hotel. So that's why I decided that I wanted to come early to Akihabara to buy. And turns out, the time I came was 8:30. The store opens at 10. There was a queue, but it was not that long. So in the end, I was able to buy everything that I wanted. Like we all received a queue number and stuff, and by the time it was up to my queue, I was able to buy stuff, and it was really amazing. I loved it, absolutely loved it, and yeah, you know, it's so good to be like not worried about not being able to buy stuff because finally I was able to buy stuff, and you know, it felt good. It really felt good. So it's like, yeah, it's amazing. It's actually amazing, you know. So next up, you know, it is the concert day itself. That's right, the concert day itself, baby. So I mean, it's already on the concert day itself. Like, it's the concert afterwards. So right now, we are going to the concert. I'm sorry, why am I spacing out? Anyways, after this, we like went around, like me, Space, and Mika, and we walked around, buy more stuff, and walked around again, and then we went to eat McDonald's again. Yes, I know, McDonald's. So basically, I decided to try a different burger. I tried the double beef burger, and of course it was amazing. Like, it was amazing. Like, the double beef burger, wow, that thing was good. That thing was really, really good. So, you know, yeah. I mean, the beef is still the same. It tastes really good and stuff. And I even took a picture of it, but I probably won't show it here. You know. And then, of course, sorry, I forgot to say, but you know, during the first day that I went to Waseda and find all the Poppin'Party stuff, I also went to eat the bread from the bakery that has the Remy plush. So I ate a cheese toast and something small. I don't know what it was called. I can't remember what it was called, but it was something. Alright. And those food are actually they're okay, like they're pretty decent. There's not really that much of a thing, but yeah. And after that, also during that day, I went to eat. No, not during that day. During the concert day, basically, I went to eat Space, Kirby, and Mika. Yeah, we all went to eat the taiyaki together, the Bang Dream one. But Mika ordered the wrong thing, and then Mika didn't order the Bang Dream one, so it was a bit confusing. But Space, Kirby, we ordered the Bang Dream one. We cannot choose the design that we want, and the coaster is obviously random. So I just bought whatever I had. So I got Rana for both the taiyaki and the coaster. Space got Sakiko coaster, so I went to switch with him because he hates Ave Mujica, which is good because I love Sakiko and he hates Ave Mujica, so it's an easy swap for him. And then Kirby got Anon, the coaster, so it's okay, right? I like Sakiko too, so I'm okay with Sakiko. I don't really need the Anon. I have a lot of Anon merch anyways, so never mind, it's okay. So after that, McDonald's, and after that it's time for us to travel to the Budokan. Okay, the Poppin'Party concert time. Oh my god, this is the time where I like to speak about the Budokan and stuff. Of course I bought all my plushies there because I'm a big Poppin'Party fan, I took a picture of all 5 of them in front of the Budokan, which is amazing. I love it. It felt so nice, like it felt so cute. And at first I was like, okay man, like the life is getting nearer and nearer and I can't contain my excitement and stuff. But of course I get to know my seat for the arena, and I was like, okay lah, it's not that far from the stage, but it's still a good view of the stage. So I was like taking pictures here and there, I was like talking. We get to see a lot of new people, like a lot of people doing a lot of different stuff, and it's a new environment. So it's like, wow, there's so many new people and stuff, and it's just everywhere. And so of course we just took pictures here and there, and after that we're like, okay, let's all go queue for our seats, because Space and Mika got 2nd floor seats, Shushan and Hoshino got 1st floor seats, and I got arena seat. Kirby didn't come because he couldn't make it, and even when he almost couldn't make it, I didn't have a ticket, or nobody had a ticket for him, so it was a bit sad that he couldn't have the ticket. So yeah. Anyways, we went to queue in. We got in the Budokan. It was my first time going through all of these things, like queuing, not the queuing obviously, but like the ticket check, the bag check, the body check, and every check that they have. But it's relatively easy. I got it. They give me the free gifts, and I already had a lot of things to carry on my hands, so it's a bit hard for me to carry stuff. So I was like carrying. And I was like suffering because I was like, well, where do I bring this? Where do I get this? How do I get this and stuff? But after that we all like went in, and then it was my first time seeing the Budokan in real life, because in Soldier Game Renegade I was writing about the Budokan at the same time, so I didn't know exactly what was the inside of the Budokan. So it was my first time seeing it, but props to it, I really loved it though. So it's almost exactly as I imagined, so kind of not too bad, but it's still good to see new environment. I sat down in my seat and I realized there was a very big gap between. Okay, so I was row B. Okay, I was row B, like the cluster B, and then there was cluster A. Cluster A was very close to the stage. Well, then there was a big gap between A and B, and I was like, damn. So we're now a bit further away from the stage, and I was like, damn. All right, I guess. So I thought my seat was like pretty decent at most, but of course it would be. I shouldn't be complaining this much because I'm at arena, while my friends are at the 1st and 2nd floor, which is further away from the seiyus themselves. So I'm the closest to the seiyuu, so I shouldn't be complaining too much, right? So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll sap it, I'll look at it, and then the concert starts, and then we all go haywire, we all go crazy for that shit. We all start screaming like crazy for each song that's being played. Oh, we all scream like crazy, man. Absolutely fanatical, crazy screaming. and we sing along too, of course. So, and then it's the first time I learned how to like raise a light stick, because like usually I don't know how to raise the light stick, like as in the concert style, you know. Of course I know how to wave stuff, but it's just like, you know, in a concert, like how do you wave the light stick specifically, which way, what way. I took time to learn that in the thing, and I wasn't too vocal about the screaming or the singing because I don't really like karaoke, and I'm not a singer myself, and you know, I also I guess not too much. Like, I also not been to a concert before, so I don't really know how to wave a stick and stuff, like in a correct way that would allow the seiyuu to see that I'm a fan or something, you know. So I had to learn it from the guy beside me, who's the one that helped me get the tickets for the arena. So props to him. I want to thank him also for helping me. Anyways, afterwards, the whole concert, it felt so like short. I thought it was like very short. Like, I thought it was like 40-50 minutes, and end up it was like already 1 hour plus. And I was like, oh shit, I was quite shocked that it was so fast, that our encore time. But I thought it was very fast, but the time actually passed a long time ago. Like, I thought it was like 40 minutes. The thing is already like 1.5 hour. That's how time flies when you're having a lot of fun, right? So I was like, okay, we wait for the encore. We usually scream the encore, right? Because in concerts, in Japanese concerts, they will have like an encore part, you know, the concert ends and then everybody will have encore, 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 encore. But this one is the Poppin'Party Budokan, right? And everybody was screaming the chant for that. And then yeah, and of course it does not signify that the concert has ended. There will be definitely an encore at every single Japanese concert, at least for Bang Dream. So, you know, I have to also scream. So for me, I also did like Poppin'Party Budokan, right? And then out of sudden, the security guards, like, you know, there was lines in front of us. Like, there was like security lines in front of us. Like there was these plastic lines that acted as like a barrier, so-called a line for us not to step over. We're not supposed to step over that line, right? So don't step over that line. Oh, but before that, I wanted to say that during Tomorrow's Door, they sprayed out confetti. Before that, Shushan, one of the Poppy had told me that make sure to catch the confetti, because, you know, every concert there will be something flying out. And at first I was like, the confetti is probably a normal confetti, right? It's not that much of a deal. But then the confetti came out and I tried to catch it. It didn't came in my direction. The guy beside on my right, he took 2 and gave 1 to me, which I'm really thankful for. And then I look at the confetti and I was like, oh, there's actually stuff inside there. So I didn't know it, but now I know there was stuff in there. So that's why Shushan told me to pick up the confetti, which was a good idea in advance. So I was like, okay, I gotta be prepared. If anything else comes out, I've got to be prepared. By the way, let's get back to the story. The line that I was not supposed to cross, this like plastic line that I was not supposed to cross, the security outside brought it up to our neck level. And I was like, yo, what is happening? Like, are we not able to go out? Like, is this the concert? The concert's not allowing us to go out because there was the encore, right? They're not allowing us to get out of the place. So I was like, I thought this was a normal thing. So I was like, yeah, I mean, of course, I wouldn't be the stupid guy to go get out, right, of the concert, because I know that's an encore, right? But then something like surprising, so surprising, bro. It was so surprising. The seiyuu came out at the gap, you know, the gap that I told you about between A and B, cluster A and B. The seiyuu came in between that gap. That's why they put out the barriers, is to stop us from going to them. But bro, I was so surprised. I was like, my jaw literally dropped. Like, I was so shocked. The encore was from them entering there. I was like, oh my god, man, it was crazy, man. And somehow I was pretty close to, like, I was actually pretty close to all the seiyuus also. And holy damn, first, I think my side first, it came out Aimi and Sae. Yeah, and I don't know whether they noticed me or not, but I'm fine with it. If they didn't notice me, they noticed my friend at the right, basically. But I don't know whether they noticed me. I guess they did, I guess. But I don't really, if they didn't, then I'm fine with that also, But then after that, the other three came from the other side. Like they converge together in the middle. Then after that, they both go the separate directions too. Like they go the opposite direction. So Aimi and Sae, who originally came from our side, went to the other side. And then Ayasa, Ayaka, and Rimi, who came from the other side, came to our side this time. And bro, I lost my shit when Ayasa saw me. I lost my shit. Like, for real. Like, she saw me and I saw her. Oh my god, bro. I was so happy, bro. I felt like the happiest man on earth. And then of course there was also Ayaka and Rimi who also saw me. And man, I couldn't be more happier than that, because wow, everybody's noticing me now, especially Ayasa, because Ayasa is the one that I also support. So honestly, like she's noticing me is crazy. It's crazy. I thank God for that shit every day. And you know what? The thing that I wrote in the Atsuta Jinga Shrine, the Great Fortune slip that I wrote, came in great hand. Like, it really came in the great hands, man. It really proved me to be very lucky, and I appreciate all the gods have blessed me with. This is a lifetime of luck, man. It's really a crazy thing that I did not expect, and I was pleasantly surprised, happy. I was shaking in my boots. Real crazy. As you know, I'm in the arena seat, so not probably, I watched a live stream. You could see my face. You definitely could see my face. I won't tell you where. You could see my face, 100%. So if you're interested, you can try to find me in the live stream. You could, but I won't tell you where I am. Only the people who went to the concert with me knows who my face is and what I look like. So I definitely won't tell you anything about it. Okay, so yeah, I got and that was the best part of the concert, really. And then after that, they played like Anniversary. It was a new song. I mean, it's not a new song, it's a song that they played for the first time in lives, because they never played that song ever in lives before. But I mean, what better time to play it than right now when they're having their 10th anniversary, right? So it's a good song. And then after that, they played Yes Bang Dream. And then after that, we're supposed to there was a surprise. I think you saw it in the live stream. So that was just a surprise that we received it at the when we entered the venue. This card said that, the screen will show the Poppin'Party thing. So this screen will show this screen will show that when the screen says Poppin'Party 10th anniversary, right? You say no or something like that, and then we all have to show this piece of paper, the pink paper out. We show out. It's like, it says Poppin'Party 10th anniversary omedetou. That's what it says, right? And then we show that, and then we're tasked to show that, basically. Like when the thing says, yes, that kind of thing, and the thing says, no, you're supposed to show. Oh my god, I'm repeating myself so many times, but whatever. When we show that, the seiyus were really surprised. I think they didn't really expect that, to be honest. Like, it was crazy. They didn't really expect it at all. And I think from the live stream, I saw Ayasa fell to her knees. It was crazy. And then, so at this time, I was like, okay, you know what? They played the songs that are like very memorable for Poppin'Party, but they haven't played one song. And they haven't played Kizuna music, right? And this Kizuna music was the song that got me into listening to Poppin'Party, and it is my favorite Poppin'Party song up to now. So, like, no matter what, Kizuna music is always the best Poppin'Party music ever. So I was like, they never included Poppin'Party, but I guess because it's like a, it's I don't know what excuse they could give, but I mean, I guess like if I didn't hear it, means I didn't hear it. I guess I was already very satisfied with the concert, and I was ready to leave. Like, I was ready to go out and be a very happy man already. But then after we showed that pink thing, and then They were like, I guess we can't let the fans down. We gotta play one more song. And they played the song was Kizuna Music, and then I was screaming like crazy. Holy shit. Bro. I was so excited when they started playing Kizuna Music. I sang along to the song. It was crazy. Because that was the only song I know. So I sang along to the song. And that was my favorite song. And they played it. Yeah. Psycho. You know, Psycho, and it was amazing. And then after they played Kizuna Music, there was a thing of like stars flying out everywhere and stuff. Of course, it's like the confetti, so it's my time to shine. It's like, it's not confetti, but it's like you know how they threw the confetti out. They also threw these stars out. So my time to shine. I saw this Remy star drop. And I quickly ran to it and grabbed that shit. I do not care. It landed in front of someone's shoe, and I think they were about to bend down and take it. I took it first. I do not care. I do not give a fuck. I needed that. Okay, it's not Arisa, sadly, but I wanted to get something out of it first before anything else happens, right? So I got the Remy star. It was a styrofoam paper, but each of the seiyus have these stars. The paper stars. I'm pretty sure the staff just went and printed out, and after that they threw it like that, and you know, that's how I got it. And you know what, I was pretty satisfied afterwards. I was like, yeah, I got 2 things from the concert. Hell yeah, man, hell yeah. And of course, you know, after I went out, I was the happiest man alive. After that concert, I was like, damn, I was so hyper, I was so up, I was not even sleepy, bro. And yeah, that was probably the end of it. Then after that, me and my friends, the Poppy Pals, we all met up, and then we all went to eat dinner, and we went our own separate ways. And then the next day, I had to return back to home. So yeah, that was more or less the Poppin'Party concert. Overall, 10 out of 10 concert. Best concert ever. It's my first concert, and I got one of the best experience. Not even one of the best. The best experience ever for a first concert. It really is a very good experience for a concert, and I really wish I could relive the time again to go and, you know, go back to the concert in real time and enjoy it once again, go through the whole thing once again. It is amazing. Of course, we have the live stream now to do it since I can't go back to Japan and there's no time rewind. So yeah. I mean, the live stream is pretty clear, right? Yeah, so honestly, the concert is really great, but I think I'll be only going for Poppin'Party concerts, honestly, because Poppin'Party is my favorite brand, my favorite band. So their next live I probably won't be able to make it because of time constraint and issues, but I'll probably be supporting them from the backlines, you know. If I want to go to a concert, I'll go to a Poppin'Party concert, no matter what. If I can make it there, I'll make it there, because a Poppin'Party concert is always worth the time. Especially this one. This one was amazing, and the merch for it was also amazing. Like, you know, one of the merch was a big shikishi board with the signatures. Well, I know that's I know the signatures is printed, but that looks very beautiful and stuff. It's really amazing, nice, all the great shit, you know. And I managed to bought all the acrylic stands with the comments, so I'm happy with that too. And I got the 3 postcards and stuff. And then the light stick that I had was the Starlight stick, so it was bought from the merch area. But everybody had these like small thin light sticks. I had this big ass Starlight stick. Bro, I was so like awkward among these. And the guy on my right, of course, my friend, he offered to lend the things to me for the concert, but I was like, nah, let me try with the star first, you know. I should have asked him to lend it to me because it looks so awkward. And then yeah, that was pretty much what it was, man. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh my god, I burped. Oh, alright. Yeah, you know, that was more or less the Japan thing and the whole concert thing. You know, Wow, this has been going on for a really long podcast. Holy shit, this was a very long solo podcast. Damn. It's crazy because I was talking about Japan the whole time. Like half the podcast I was talking about Japan. So yeah, it was really great. It was amazing. I love the Poppin'Party concert a lot, and I love Poppin'Party a lot. That will never change in my life. Poppin'Party has cheered me up and saved me from the darkest times that I had. So I will always appreciate Poppin'Party in my heart forever, and I will always love Poppin'Party no matter what, you know. But I don't think there's anything bad that's gonna happen to them because they've always been putting out consistent bangers. And you know, it's always nice, and their seiyus always, you know, are very nice also. So you know, I will forever continue to support them in whatever way I can, and you know, hopefully if you're a Poppin'Party fan, you also enjoyed the concert if you watch through the live streaming, or if you're in the concert itself. Because I know after I posted it on Twitter, some people followed me. They were from the concert themselves too, by the way. And then I also found out from Twitter the guy that sat beside me. So like I knew who was the guy that sat beside me. But yeah, that was that, you know. Yeah. And you know, overall, I really enjoyed this Japan trip. I think this Japan trip is really amazing. It's so fantastic. It is a dream to even get here in the first place. Such a dream. And I'll forever cherish the times that I'm in Japan, or especially in Tokyo when I'm spending time with my friends, or usually the times where I go to the concert. You know, the concert is the one that I'll appreciate the most, definitely for sure, because everything led up to this today. It's like a lot of luck. Like if I didn't find the ticket, you know, or if I didn't find the perfect seat, you know, it's all about luck. And I'm glad Lady Luck smiled on me that specific day. I'm pretty glad. You know, it's always nice to see something good happening, and I'm always appreciative of it, and I always say, you know, thank you. And yeah, you know, that's pretty much it for everything today. Wow. Yeah, you know, it's been a very long podcast today. It's crazy, and I've never expected myself to talk this long. I thought it would be shorter than the rest, but apparently not. You have been too much, I guess. But yeah, you know, okay, so first things first, I will probably post the merchandise. I'll probably post a merchandise video. I have to film it first, right? But I'll probably post it like next week if I could. And then next up, if you want to be a guest on the podcast, don't be hesitant to message me on Twitter at HexagonCube. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, if you want to be a guest, go ahead and message me, and we can work things out. I'm sure there'll be always a way to get things to work around, and you know, we'll surely be able to do a podcast together for damn sure. And here's to hoping that bigger people would actually come to me also. But I mean, anybody is welcome. Honestly, anybody is welcome. I love talking with people also. You know, getting to know them and stuff. It's very nice to see. It's very nice to have a very good conversation. And with that, thank you for listening to me ramble today. I know I ramble a lot about Poppin'Party. I love Poppin'Party a lot, and you know, if I talk too much about that, I'm sorry, but I'll never stop showing my love for Poppin'Party and in Japan for general. And for the other stuff that I talked about, like earlier in this episode, you know, and you know, I don't know when I'll do this solo podcast again. Probably, maybe after a few more guests, and when something big happens, I'll probably do it again. You know, but this has been a very fun recording. Honestly, recording by myself alone like that. Yeah, and with that, thank you all for listening to the episode. and goodbye.